this week at NASA. September 16th is the new date for 3 members of the Expedition 28 crew to return home from the International Space Station. The journey back to Earth for Andrey Borisenko, Garan, and Alexander Samokutyaev will conclude on September 16th with the landing of their Soyuz spacecraft in Kazakhstan at 12:01 a.m. Eastern. Originally scheduled for September 8th, their return had been postponed indefinitely after the station-bound Progress 44 spacecraft failed to reach orbit after its August 24th launch. The arrival of this Antonov cargo carrier at the Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia signals another milestone for NASA's partnership with industry to resupply the International Space Station. It brought to Wallops the Cygnus spacecraft's Pressurized Cargo Module, or PCM. Over the next few months, the PCM will be integrated with the Cygnus service module that includes the spacecraft's avionics, propulsion, and power systems. Designed by the Orbital Sciences Corporation to carry cargo and supplies to the ISS, the Cygnus spacecraft is scheduled for a demonstration flight early next year.
A lot of work is going on, the final preparations.
With the launch of NASA's Gravity Recovery and Interior Laboratory spacecraft drawing closer, GRAIL scientists held a pre-launch briefing to discuss their mission.
Trying to understand how the moon formed and how it evolved over its history is one of the things we're trying to address with the GRAIL mission.
GRAIL will fly twin spacecraft in tandem orbits around the moon for several months to measure its gravity field in exceptional detail. GRAIL is expected to answer persistent questions about the makeup of the moon's interior and thereby help scientists better understand how Earth and other rocky planets in our solar system form.
I am predicting that we're going to find something, and I don't know what it is, that is really, really going to surprise us and turn our understanding of how the moon and other terrestrial planets formed on its ear.
GRAIL is scheduled to launch the morning of September 8th from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida.
This storm is stretching from Cuba to the Carolinas, and that is one scary big storm.
As Hurricane Irene made her way towards the U.S. mainland, NASA helped keep a close watch on the storm's development and progress. Over a number of days, the Expedition 28 crew aboard the International Space Station trained its cameras on the huge Atlantic system almost 230 miles below. And this is NASA animation, produced from a series of observations made by NOAA's Geostationary Operational Environmental Satellite, GOES-13. NASA's Tropical Rainfall Measuring Mission satellite, TREM, helped measure the storm's intensity. Other observations were made by the MODIS, or Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectroradiometer, aboard NASA's Aqua satellite. For the first time, NASA-funded researchers have created a complete map showing the speed and direction of ice flows throughout Antarctica. This animation demonstrates how ice is naturally transported from the continent's deep interior to its coast. The red and purple areas represent the fastest flowing ice. The map was created using integrated radar observations from a consortium of international satellites. The map gives scientists not only a better understanding of how ice sheets flow, but also how the ice might react to climate change and affect future sea levels.
I'd like Shannon Walker to join me up here.
Astronaut Shannon Walker returned her key to the city of Houston after flying it aboard Expedition 2425.
I wanted to return these to the city and to say thank you very much for letting me fly these, and I'm very proud to be a Houstonian.
The first native Houstonian in space, Walker served as flight engineer for more than 5 months on the International Space Station, launching on Soyuz TMA-19 spacecraft in June 2010 and returning to Earth on November 25th.
And now, centerpieces.
For the past 3 years, the team we recognize today have worked diligently behind the scenes to pull off the impossible.
A ceremony marked the official transfer of the former Mississippi Army ammunition plant facilities to the Stennis Space Center, positioning the site for years of major expansion.
So we've come a long way since 1974 in our understanding of the ongoing operations of the federal city and inherited a great treasure of assets from those who've preceded us.
Stennis is a unique federal city, home to more than 30 federal, state, academic, and private organizations and numerous technology-based companies. The federal city model allows these resident agencies to share the cost of owning and operating the center, making it more cost-effective for each entity to accomplish its independent mission. With acquisition of the 1.6 million square feet of facility space, NASA increases the total facility space at Stennis by about 33%.
I go to deputies meetings where we talk about and set policies for interagency cooperation, but you make it happen. This is where it happens. And my colleagues and I on the stage just couldn't be more proud.
5-time Grammy Award-winning Christian recording artist Stephen Curtis Chapman was at the Johnson Space Center recently and had the opportunity to speak with International Space Station Expedition 28 crew members Mike Fossum and Ron Garan from the Mission Control Center.
This is Stephen Curtis Chapman. How's it going, guys?
Greetings. You've got Mike here and Ron. It's really great to talk to you.
For me, I've had a lot of crazy experiences in my life, but first time to talk to a couple of brothers in space.
Your music's flying with us, and you're just a real blessing to us, and it's great that you're able to join and see a little bit of NASA behind the scenes, and it's an honor to talk to you.
Thank you, guys. When we release a new album, we call it launching an album, which after seeing this, I think we might need to change that name because it pales by comparison.
I do think that launching is the proper word for it because it's a lot of the same stuff, a little less fire and smoke perhaps. For us, a launch is a new beginning to a new chapter, for us in our mission, as it is for you when you launch a new album and you send it off with a prayer and a wave and off it goes. It takes on a life of its own.
Bless you. Thank you so much, guys.
And that's This Week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, log on to www.nasa.gov.